What's up? What's going on? So today I want to talk about what advertising will do for your business on social media. Obviously, I'm very partial to social media advertising for a number of reasons because it works. It's pretty cool because the crazy part is nobody is really using it. And if they say they're using it, then they probably push the boost button numerous times and consider that advertising, which in fact it is not. Because if you open up, and very simply, this is like a huge hack right here. If you were to go to facebook.com/ads manager, you can create your own advertising account. And what this does is it opens up the door and it gives you the tool specifically to be able to run ads on the back end of Facebook and Instagram. And why you want to do this is because it stores all the data that is created from the ads. For example, if you pushed boost on your ads before, all that data is going to be within that facebook.com/ads manager. It keeps it in a tight uniform space specifically so you can see all the data in specific documented style versus just the boosted button on your phone. So if you use like a computer or desktop, to actually open up your ads manager, this opens up the tool to be able to reach as many people as possible. And I don't think people really understand this because this is one of the most powerful tools. And anybody watching here, anybody can jump on this and create your own Facebook advertising, your advertising tool. So it's facebook.com/ads manager, and this is how you create it. But then you get into the intricacies of how to run advertising on social media. But the reason why you want to advertise on social media is because it expands your audience and your reach. I don't care how many people say that they've jumped onto TikTok and they've gone viral a few times. The real truth is, like, your customers, if you're from the Rio Grande Valley, are on Facebook and Instagram. It doesn't matter if you're spending more time on TikTok or anything like that, because at the end of the day, like, TikTok's a global thing, but with targeted advertising specifically on Facebook and Instagram, like, your customers are here in the Rio Grande Valley. And the great thing about it is you can reach the entire Rio Grande Valley with Facebook and Instagram. Like, those are literally the tools, the social media that you should be focusing on, especially if you're a business owner here in the Rio Grande Valley, because your customers are on Facebook. I don't know anybody that I go down the street and talk to anybody, they use Facebook, they use Instagram. And yes, they probably use TikTok and YouTube and all this stuff, but specifically people are getting, they're more now specifically, it's easier to interact on Facebook because we've grown up with Facebook. We've grown up with Instagram. TikTok is relatively new, right? But people have gotten used to interacting on Facebook because that's where everybody is. So if you're advertising specifically on Facebook and Instagram, specifically here in the Rio Grande Valley, you're going to reach your customers. And if you don't, you're going to reach people within the proximity of the Rio Grande Valley. So even if you advertise within a 15-mile radius here in McAllen, you're reaching people into Mexico. So if people come in from Mexico, like, what, there's 1.4 million people that cross the border every year. Like, those ads are being shown to them when they come into the United States. So that's potential. Like, that right there is potential. So one of the things advertising does specifically on Facebook and Instagram is it expands your audience reach. And gone are the days where you might get a viral Facebook reel or a viral Instagram reel and it reaches a shitload of people, but that's like a one and done thing. And then you're always finding yourself trying to replicate that, and chances are you're not. So the obvious way to go is with advertising, because if you, and this is the thing, is if you spend $750 a month, you're reaching over 100,000 people easily, every single month. People lack the strategy, the advertising strategy behind it, because you got to really understand that, yeah, you're absolutely right, Jesus. It's consistency. Most people are not consistent, especially if they start the year, they're going to start off strong and they'll be like, yes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You'll get into March or February and then they'll see, like, well, it's not really working. It's not, but they didn't give it enough time to be able to see, like, of over a full year, over a full 12 months, like, this is what this advertising expense has brought in. So I think you really need to see it from a 12-month perspective, because sure as shit, man, 2020 went by fast. 2021 went by fast. 2022 went by fast. 2023, shit, it's a whisper now. 2024, it's gonna happen again. So if you set yourself up for success right now in 2024, you look back in 2025, then that's when you can look back and say like advertising worked or advertising didn't work for me. But I guarantee you the worst that's gonna happen if you use advertising is you're gonna reach a shitload of people and you're gonna be able to invest in your business. So the thing that happens is it expands your audience and your reach, right? Another cool part is it's lead generation. Like people are more inclined now to be able to offer their information on Facebook and Instagram. They're willing to give you their phone number, the email address, and their name and start the conversation because for many years, people really weren't they weren't trusting businesses or they weren't geared towards like, all right, well, I'm going to give you my information. What are you going to do with it? Now people are freely giving their information because they know that everybody has their information. So it doesn't matter. So they can answer the phone, answer the message if they like or not. Like that's how simple it really is. So the lead generation part is like for one of my clients in Brownsville, this past year we reached over 1,500 people. We got 1,500 leads for her business, and another one for a home builder. We're generating hundreds of leads per month. And this is different than most systems because a lot of people like for I talk to home builders sometimes or realtors and they use a system that they get leads in and they got to call them up. They got to scour through all these different leads. Well, the difference between these leads on Facebook and Instagram are they're seeing your actual advertisement and they've seen the product that they want to interact with. So when they come in as a lead, that's a warm lead already because they know exactly what they're going to talk about. And I talk about this all the time is like the lead generation part on Facebook and Instagram is one of the most powerful tools because you're getting direct interaction directly into your business inbox. Like that's powerful. The only thing that's going to stop that is if you don't have somebody answering those leads and getting to them on a timely manner. That's the only thing that will happen because you got to think about this. Like if somebody's coming in as a lead right then and there, they want an answer right then and there. And if you don't give them an answer or you take too long to get back to them, chances are they're going to start looking at other competitors and then go and ask them questions. And at that point, it just becomes a game. Whoever answers the lead first. So what this does is it expands your reach, your audience reach, right? And you're going to reach a shitload of people. And then the power of the lead generation specifically on social media. And then one of the problems that a lot of businesses have is engagement. Like you can have beautiful marketing on social media and you can have the best videos, the best pictures and showcasing your business, right? But the thing is, like if you're reaching 2 people, you're reaching 4 people, you're reaching 20 people, and it doesn't really matter how beautiful your marketing is because nobody's seen your stuff. Like at one point, like, yeah, a marketing agency is creating beautiful stuff. They're really good at what they do, but you're missing one of the key elements, and that's engagement. You need people to engage with it. And one of the ways you can do that is specifically with advertising on social media. Another thing too is it's cost effective versus let's say you want to go on the TV route. You want to do a TV commercial. And this I know from real numbers, and I'm sure it's gone up or down. I don't know. Last year, somebody spent $5,000 on a commercial that aired at 5 a.m, and like, who's awake at 5 a.m. watching those commercials? The TV and radio are selling you these things specifically for that because they know that you know you're gonna pay this because it's traditional media, right? So it's cost-effective marketing. And the other one, you can drive targeted traffic specifically to your website. Now, this is the cool thing because if you drive traffic to your website, well, this is cost-effective because you're realizing you need people on your digital storefront. So your website is your digital storefront. It's the digital part of your business. So you can lead traffic to it specifically with Facebook and Instagram advertising. And then, of course, the best part about it is you can make data-driven insights. Now, this is the great part because you got to figure out like what's working and what isn't working. And with social media advertising, specifically on Facebook and Instagram, is you do more of what works and you throw out the stuff that doesn't. So you just rinse and repeat, always optimizing it. And this is a great thing because it's data driven. Like you can work with what you're putting into it. So These are the top things that advertising is going to do for your social media. It expands your reach, it generates leads, it creates engagement, it's cost effective, you can drive targeted traffic to your website, and you can make data driven insights. So, I mean, 2024 is going to come and go. So I would suggest that you guys jump on something or learn a little bit more about Facebook advertising, because I guarantee if you have a business here, specifically in the Rio Grande Valley, your customers are here and they're willing to buy from you if you stay in front of them enough. Eventually, you become that one person that they go to, or that one business that you go to specifically for this. And if you stay in front of them all the time, consistently over a 12-month period, I guarantee you're going to make sales. All right, guys, I'll see you all next time.